little aggressive. Fuel level low, I know, gotta get fuel in you. Grease it. Clean the windows. Open that door. Open fire door. Perfect. And ladies, perfect. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, so all my tractors, my combine, cars, trucks, whatever we own, we call them our ladies. If you treat them like a lady, they'll treat you right for the rest of their life. Alright, as I'm going over the combine this morning, if you were watching, or if you are watching, seeing this belt has come off. So, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it. Just deciding, I think it just goes from here to here. I'll have to go find the diagram. Ooh, a little tight quarters. But I've just made this socket for this purpose. That's a lot easier than a wrench. Okay. Tight quarters. That's just a 18 mil I cut in half. Stays in the combine all the time just in case something like that happens. So, this is why it's important to inspect your combine. Get up here. So there's two belts that run this. Probably why I didn't notice. I don't know what happened. Looks like one skipped over to the other. Anyways. Get you where you need to be. Come on, baby. Oh, and I guess... Oh, when you use the impact, take it all the way off. Now I'm using my hands, anyways. There. There. That's lots of slack now. Okay, those two are installed. Okay, back down we go. Now, most people use a ladder. I'm not a fan, I guess. That washer's supposed to be flush with that. To make sure that's the appropriate torque. And slam the jam nut back on. I don't have to, so okay, looks like one of these belts is stretched. That's what's going on there. So, I am just going to replace both those belts. Gonna give John a full line call. Take that back out. Okay, so I'm gonna take those off, go get two brand new ones. That's the story there. Still on hold. I'm just gonna drive there. I'm sure they have them in stock. I'm still on hold. Okay. Long story short, they ran out of belts yesterday. There is 2 more belts sitting about 45 minutes away from my place. I'm gonna put these back on my combine and we'll hope for the best. I'm sending someone over there to get new ones. So if they do pop off again, I can just switch them out. And if they last the day, long story short is tomorrow morning, I will just switch them out so they're good to go again. But I want to get rolling before this rains, so we gotta do what we gotta do. All right, I'm fresh. See if we can finish today. Hopefully the rest of the day doesn't go like this morning, that's for sure. It's just been one problem after another. Which there was issues in the barn. I'm not even gonna get into it. We got it fixed. Okay, heads on. Just gonna back up a little bit. He's gonna get out of the way. Just move the truck, yep. We're gonna scoot in there. Mike and I gotta go back and get everything else. Today is Saturday, October 10th. Everybody else is supposed to be showing up. My brother has a flight today, as in he's trying to get his pilot's license. I'm super proud that he's doing it. It's just today is definitely one of those days where I could have used everybody right in the morning, but it is what it is. We're dealing with it. Mike's here. Come on, baby. Let's make a pathway so we can start. Wes will be here momentarily. He had to go do some family stuff. I understand that. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. At the end of the day, my guys are awesome. They're always here when I need them. You know, at least they will be here. They have worked late for me every night this week. So they got to get some family stuff done this morning. So be it. This is only 35 acres. It's not the end of the world. Okay, just drop Mike back off. Let's keep going. It is a lot harder with 2 guys. You certainly miss everybody when they're not around for the move. Anyways, here we go. Things are starting to click now. Wes just called. He showed up to the farm. He's bringing out a set of wagons. Okay, I think today is going to go just fine as long as we can beat the rain. Answer it. Not even paying attention. Hello. Oh, perfect. Yep. Okay, that's just yeah. So Wes can take those wagons to town. You bet. Thank you. Yep, bye. Okay, so this is the last field, like I said. It's obvious I'm not going to get to try out a 35-foot auger head this year. They never brought me one. I guess if they do call and say they would like me to try one out, I guess there's probably a neighbor somewhere that would let me combine their beans for them. Anyways, let's go through the heads of my actual opinions on them. The MacDon is far superior than the John Deere Draper. Hands down, way better head. It has way more adjustments. They both flow the same. Like I think I've said this in the other video, which I haven't posted yet, so I might be repeating myself right now, but I don't like the John Deere 2-belt system. I do see a lot of dancing going on that 2-belt, and I'm pretty confident there is beans going down to the bottom, even though everybody says there isn't. But to me, it looks like there is. That's just my opinion, and guess what? I'm the guy who's going to be writing the check if we decide to go and upgrade to a 35-foot head. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be going back to going to stay with an auger head. I'm using my auger head right now. It's flowing just as good as any. When we went head-to-head with that MacDon, I didn't show you guys this, but we did plug it. We plugged it twice, and it plugged well before my auger head. I don't know why. I wasn't the guy running it when it plugged, but it did happen. Everybody says you can go an hour later and start an hour earlier. Well, I've my other neighbor has a Draper head, and I combined with him toe to toe, and I started the exact same time, and we quit at the exact same time, even in the tough conditions. So it really has to do with setup. As for the John Deere Draper head, it's just a glorified auger head. It's the exact same setup. I do like the John Deere HydroFlex knife. That is a great system to be cutting with. That's what I'm using right now, and I'm going to probably stick with it. Like I said, probably going to be looking for a 35 auger. If a good used MacDon came up, I would toy with the idea. But when I'm talking more expensive, I got quoted $60,000 to go with an auger head 35 footer brand new. The John Deere Draper, that was $110,000 for a brand new one, and the MacDon was cheaper than the John Deere. It was $95,000, so it was fairly competitive, but still like $35,000 more. I don't think it's worth the $35,000, but upgrade to a 40-foot head, you have to go to a Draper, and I would go to a Draper for that. But for 35, I still have the opportunity to stick with an auger head. I think I'm going to go that route. There is talk that 35-foot auger heads can flex a little bit in the auger, but I'm pretty confident John Deere got that fixed by making a bigger tube. I got to do some more research and go from there. But that's kind of where I'm standing. I think I'm going to stick with the John Deere auger flex head. I really like my 30-foot, and I did try out a 35-foot last year on this combine, and it worked really nice. And this head's flowing really nice. As soon as I'm done unloading, I'll give you a shot. Even though you've probably seen it in my earlier videos, but there is nothing wrong with the flow that is going on. So for the $35,000 cheaper, probably that's the best route. You guys can give me your opinions too if you want. I know everybody who has a Draper head loves them, but I still love my auger head, so here we are. And it's flowing in really nice. Like John Deere probably has one of the, in my opinion, the best auger head out there with that HydroFlex knife. It cuts like you're pulling on, or pulling a piece of carpet through the field. Now this head, I could cut closer to the ground with this head, but I have it tipped up a little bit, and that's why when I talked about the MacDon doing a better job in this head, that will be why. Now, but the reasoning I have it just tipped up a bit is because of rocks. Most times, rocks will just go right underneath this head. It's just tipped just enough that you'll either just break a knife or break a guard, or the rock just slips underneath. When you don't see it, as we get with bigger heads and thicker beams, it's hard to see. And not that we have a lot of rocks in my area, that there is still that one that will bite you in the butt. Alright, while we're cruising through the last 30 acres here, I'm going to talk about the year. And so far, this has been one fantastic soybean crop. Most of our stuff has averaged in the mid to high 60s. We had a 55-acre chunk of my brother's. It went 74 bushels an acre on average. I mean, that's crazy. We've had great weather so far. First of all, we're super early anyway. So tomorrow is October 11th, or I guess today is October 10th. Doesn't matter how you put it. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be 33 years old. In 33 years, I don't believe we've finished bean harvest before my birthday. Victoriously, we are starting bean harvest by my birthday. So that kind of gives you a comparison of what kind of year we've had so far. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen we've went through a little bit of a drought. We went through almost too much rain, but it hasn't seemed to really affected the soybeans too much. I can see in certain fields, in sections where it was a sand knoll, that the drought did hurt it, and I think that's why we didn't have more 70 average bushel beans, which is fine. We had 60 plus average, still can't complain. But if we would have went through that drought, I think we would have had a 70 average, which is silly to say, and maybe I'm wrong, but I know other farmers in my area are getting great yields. We'll see how corn goes. I think it's going to be promising. There's a lot of guys in my area who have started corn because of early contracts. The price seems to be pretty decent here in Ontario, so I know there's guys scooping up on that. The reason why we haven't started, I like to get beans out of the way. I'm trying to feed my chickens. I got to make sure I got feed for them. I'll show you a brief clip of our bin. I was going to make a video of a 35-foot head, but it never came, so I started and I aborted. But our bean bin is full. It's been full for a long time. We've actually just taken the rest of our soybeans right to the elevator and selling them because the price has been good. So it's been a positive year that way too. I can't complain. So I guess my reasoning for going with a bigger head, I know I just said we're going to be done super early. You know, why do I need to go any quicker than I'm doing if I can comfortably get everything done? First of all, we have worked late every night to get where we're at today. Second, like I said, we have chickens, so in the mornings you're trying to get chores done and everything. So harvesting isn't the only thing we're doing. So if there's a problem and I got to be somewhere else, it's nice to know that, hey, you know what, we can go assess that situation. We can shut down because we can do more acres in the hour. Plus, you know, if we're done early now, we can get into corn before we know it. I got baby chicks coming. Manure needs to be spread. There's just a lot that is going to be going on still once harvest is done. For us, there's really no such things as holidays where, I mean, we do take them. We're comfortable with the people that we have. I got good guys. Everybody can take days off if need be, but the majority of the time, even if you're away, I get called back because there's a problem. So your mind is always at work. It can be a little stressful at times, but I do love what we do. I enjoy the hours that we work. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. So there we are. That's really the reasoning why. Is there's just so much other stuff going on. This needs to get done so I can carry on with the rest of our life, and making sure we can keep pumping out those eggs, because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. I got to feed those chickens, as I keep mentioning and all that stuff. But we will get into the barn. We'll get harvest done, and then we're gonna go get some feed made, and we gotta walk through the barn, do chores. We still need to pick eggs. Need to get them in the cooler. They gotta get picked up from my place. They gotta go to Great Ridge. They gotta get graded. They gotta get washed. They gotta get packaged. They gotta get shipped again to the store. Once they get to the store, you have to go and buy them, and then you have to cook them. I mean, it's a crazy process of how an egg is made right to your table. It's a long process. And now, another segment, Lunch with Victoria. That woman just keeps us going. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Perfect. She rode me for a couple rounds, so I didn't really... I had to put the sandwich in the fridge. Get it out in a hot second. Just look at the wrap job, the love, the care. And look at that sandwich. Man, that's a serious hunk of meat. What a woman. Oh yeah. That's good. Yet again. Thanks, Mom. This is it. Last swipe for beans for 2020. It's been a heck of a season for it. So this will actually pretty much put me out of the seat of the combine for the rest of the season. I harvest all the beans. Owen harvests all the corn. I plant all the corn. He plants all the beans. Then he just keeps us honest. We can nitpick at each other. You know, there's a screw up in the field. Number two, I like to run the dryer. That's important. That needs to be done. So that's really what goes on there. And why we do it that way. I'd actually like to run the dryer, but we do like to nitpick at each other. there we go, good work. We didn't spill a kernel or a bean. Well, there we go. That's a full buggy. I'll have to wait. I'll let him scoot through. And yep, I guess I'll just finish up. It almost worked out perfect for a good shot. Like, almost. Probably could have squeezed it in, but it wouldn't look very good if we spilled any either, so there we go. Alright everybody, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing here on our farm. Head off, guts off. Get the head cleaned up. So I'm glad we beat the rain. That's good. So we'll get this head washed up, cleaned up, put it away for till next year. And yet again, I'm not too sure if we're gonna buy a 35 foot or whether we're just gonna keep rocking this 30. It's still a great head. It does a great job. So apparently I'm standing corrected. I'm gonna be 32, but we're finished. Cheers.